All right, man, let's move on to week 4 and tell you about some of the big games for this week. What we got for this week, man? We got we got the Cardinals versus Rams. So both teams 3-0, and we talked about how tough the NFC West was going to be, and this is probably the battle of the best two teams in the NFC West. But this is the game I really want to see, because are the Cardinals ready to take that step? I already know about the Rams. The Rams are legit, but are the Cardinals ready to take that step in the conversation of the elite of the elite? Because we've seen them beat some teams, but it's like, I want to see you play against somebody in your division and have some sort of consistency. That was the problem last year, and I feel like if they do something like beat the Rams this year, I will be convinced, like, okay, the Cardinals for real. But I have to see them beat the Rams, bro, to be really convinced. So how do you feel about this matchup?
I think win or lose, I feel the opposite as you. I feel win or lose, depending on how they win or lose this game, is going to tell me whether or not they're in that upper echelon of teams, at least in the NFC, to make it to the Super Bowl. This game is going to tell that. If they win, obviously the answer is going to be yes. But if they lose, I think if we see a hard-fought battle to where it's going to come down to the wire in this game, that'll be enough proof for me to show me that they are. Now, if they lose and it's like a 14-point deficit, or it's like they had the lead, but Matt Stafford makes a comeback or something, then I'm going to be like, okay, they're not ready yet. But this is what, year 3 for Kyler Murray now. So you're in your 3rd year. You got 2 offensive weapons and AJ Green and D-Hop now. The defense is looking stout. This is the game. This is going to be the game that lets us know. So whether they win or lose, it's all going to be about how it happens.
Yeah, I completely agree. Sunday night football, we got Bucs versus Patriots. Obviously, that's Tom Brady's homecoming back to New England. But the Patriots, honestly, have not looked good at all this season. The one win they had this year was against the Jets. Yeah, it was against the Jets. And I don't think this game will be close. How do you feel about it?
I feel the same way. It's not going to be close, especially when news came out this week that not only was Brady and Belichick's like separation like kind of shaky, the fact that Belichick basically said goodbye over the phone to Brady, and Brady came out and said, that was kind of telling about how our relationship really was the whole time. So it might be some bad blood there. I feel like he's going to come back knowing he has the better team, knowing he's going to be a lot healthier than he was this past week against the Rams. He's going to go home and he's going to try and put at least 30 to 40 points up on the board on these boys. So I'm not expecting it to be a close game at all. Mac Jones, hey, I'm going to pray for you, bro, because it ain't your fault. You just finna be in the crossfire, bro. You finna be in the crossfire. Expect 2 to 3 picks from Mac Jones. I'm going to say it right now. Expect 2 to 3 picks from that dude.
Yeah, man. Mac Jones, honestly, with all of these quarterbacks struggling, Mac Jones has still looked the best to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like Lawrence hasn't looked great. Wilson definitely hasn't looked great. So the person that's actually looked the best has been Mac Jones, and that's not even like a high bar that he's setting. So it's like, man, it's a real
Trey
struggle
Lance
for the
is looking
QBs.
all right too. Trey Lance isn't starting, obviously, but the moments Trey Lance has had to prove himself, he's looked pretty decent too. So I will say Matt Jones and Trey Lance do look the best.
And moving forward, we got the Raiders versus the Chargers in Monday Night Football. That's game of the week right here. This is game of the week. Raiders
I don't
versus
know. I feel like that Packers Steelers game. That's game of the week. As bad as Big Ben playing, it could be a redemption game for Big Ben, and it could be another week for A-Rod to prove to y'all, hey, I'm back. I need y'all to know I'm back.
Packers versus Steelers. That's about to be a whooping. That's about to be a whooping.
All right, I'm telling you right. I'm telling you right now, Big Ben gonna walk in there like it's a redemption game. Like, nah, past 2 weeks I've been trashed. I gotta come hard, and I'm on the road versus A-Rod. I'm telling you, bro. It's at 425 for a reason. That game is in the prime time slot for the middle of the day for a reason.
Man, If a person shows you who they
right.
are multiple times, you have to believe them, bro. If a person shows you who they are multiple times, you have to believe them. And I'm seeing Big Ben is cooked.
It's one of them OG matchups, bro. I ain't gonna turn my nose. It's one of them OG matchups that could go either way. No matter how good one team playing, how bad one team playing, it could go either way. But the Raiders Chargers game, that's definitely gonna be a great game too, though.
And the Chargers, honestly, should be 3-0 as well. They had that one loss to the Cowboys that went down to a field goal, but it was a lot of mistakes made by the Chargers during that game that should have went their way. They have had a good win against the Chiefs this week. Like, are the Chargers going to make the playoffs? Like, are the Raiders the best team in the AFC? Like, there are good questions that are being asked going into this game because the Raiders are looking like one of the best teams in the AFC, if we're being honest. The defense is actually playing defense. Derek Carr, I know, is leading the NFL in passing yards. He's looking like one of the best QBs in the NFL. So who's going to step up the most from these up-and-coming teams? That's really what I'm looking forward to, bro. It's going to be a fun QB matchup, and I'm looking forward to it, bro. What do you expect to happen?
I'm expecting a way better game offensively, like you said, from the Chargers. Justin Herbert is I have him as a top 10 quarterback in the league right now. So I just expect nothing less. Derek Carr putting on an MVP performance, though. So let's see how they do on the roll against another AFC heavy hitter. And this is a division matchup too, ain't it? Oh yeah,
they honestly lead in the division in the AFC West, and we gonna get to that because
this gonna be a test. This gonna be a test for both teams. It's gonna be a test to see if Herbert can, stay in the fight and prove that he can lead this team to the playoffs. And it's gonna be a test for the Raiders. Hey, are y'all for real? Is this 3-0 just a fluke right now? Like, are y'all really like that for real? They already got 2 big wins out of 3 already. But this will be another big test for them.
Because this game last week against the Dolphins, that was usually the game that the Raiders usually blew. They have 2 good wins, and then they'll blow a game that they were supposed to win. The Dolphins had no Tua. I'm telling you, if this game was last year, the Raiders would have blew it. But them getting that W, even though it was in overtime, was big for their confidence. And if they get another good win with the Chargers, I think we can see some sort of momentum because they're doing this without Josh Jacobs too. So this is all on the back of Derek Carr, Darren Waller, I think Peyton Barber, Henry Ruggs, Peyton Barber, Renfro, I know have been going off recently. So those players are really keeping them in the fight. And I like what the Raiders are doing, man. I really do. And let's move forward with the picks of the week. So let's start it off with the Thursday night football. We got Jaguars versus Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah, I got Bengals. Browns versus Vikings.
Vikings.
Browns. The Bengals would be 3-1 if they beat the Jaguars. That's crazy. Did not expect that at all. Chiefs versus Eagles.
You said Chiefs versus Eagles? Chiefs.
Chiefs. Colts versus Dolphins.
Ooh, both their quarterbacks missing. Oh,
I think Wentz came back this week.
Still choose Dolphins.
Man, if Jacoby Brissett playing, man, I'm rocking out with the Colts, man. I'm rocking out with the Colts. Jacoby did not look good. Giants versus Saints.
Saints.
Yeah, I got the Saints. Lions versus Bears.
Lions.
I think I'm gonna rock out with the Lions too, bro. I'm gonna rock out with the Lions too. Panthers versus Cowboys.
Oh, do the Panthers stay undefeated or do the Cowboys continue to make their case?
I got the Cowboys.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Panthers. Panthers gonna stay undefeated. Sam Darnold gonna light them boys up.
Texans versus Bills.
Bills.
Titans versus Jets.
Titans.
Washington versus Falcons.
Falcons.
Washington. Cardinals versus Rams.
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Yeah, I'm rocking out with the Rams. Seahawks versus Niners. Both division matchups in the NFC West.
Niners are at home, but I'm going with the Seahawks. Seahawks done look terrible 2 weeks in a row now. I doubt Russ gonna let that keep happening. So I'm going with the Seahawks.
I got the Niners, man. I'm rocking out with the Niners. Yeah, like you said, the Seahawks just have not looked good. I don't know what's going on with them. Ravens versus Broncos.
Ooh,
that's a good one. This is a good one.
Damn. Ravens versus Broncos. I'll go with the Ravens. That's gonna be a big game. That's gonna be a big game for the Broncos because they're undefeated right now. They're 3-0, but every team they've played have not won a game yet. They're trash. So this is their first real game of the season, in my opinion. So I like Teddy B, but I feel like Lamar gonna eat that team up.
I'm rocking with Teddy B, man. And I was about to say it. I was about to write an article about it, my fault, about how Teddy should be in the MVP conversation. Because even though you said what you said about them beating all of the teams, and I think all of them had no wins or only have one win or something like that.
They're 0-9. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're 0-9. So obviously you would think the Broncos need to eat up on that team. But I'm telling you, if Drew Lock was the quarterback of this team, they would not be 3-0 right now. So I think him coming in is giving this team a different level of confidence that they didn't have going into the season. The defense has been looking pretty stout, but Teddy B has been putting on a great performance. And also, they've been down like a couple receivers. Judy got hurt in like week 1, I think. And then they just lost KJ Hamler. So if he goes in, what are they playing at home?
They're at home.
So if they're at home. So if they beat the Ravens at home, I think Teddy B got to be in that MVP conversation, bro. I'm gonna just say it. I think Teddy B got to be in the MVP conversation. 4-0 for the Broncos. Who expected that?
I was about to say nobody expected that. No matter how trash the first 3 teams were, nobody expected 4-0 for the Broncos.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Teddy B, bro. Shout out to Teddy B. So I got the Broncos. Steelers versus Packers.
Packers.
Packers for sure. Bucks versus Pats.
Bucks.
Raiders versus Chargers.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders, man. I'm gonna go with the Raiders.